Book of Amos, chapter 1. The words of Amos, who was among the herdmen of Tekoa, which he saw concerning Israel in the days of Uzziah, king of Judah, in the days of Jeroboam the son of Joash, king of Israel, 2 years before the earthquake. And he said, The Lord will roar from Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the habitations of the shepherds shall mourn, and the top of Carmel shall wither. Thus saith the Lord. For 3 transgressions of Damascus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have threshed Gilead with threshing instruments of iron. And I will send a fire into the house of Hazael, which shall devour the palaces of Ben-Hadad. I will break also the bar of Damascus, and cut off the inhabitant from the plain of Avon, and him that holdeth the scepter from the house of Eden. And the people of Syria shall go into captivity unto Kir, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, For 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity, to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, and shall devour the palaces thereof. And I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon. And I will turn mine hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, saith the Lord God. Thus saith the Lord, For 3 transgressions of Tyrus, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remembered not the brotherly covenant. I will send a fire on the wall of Tyrus, and shall devour the palaces thereof. Thus saith the Lord, For 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath for ever. But I will send a fire upon Teman, and shall devour the palaces of Bozrah. Thus saith the Lord, For 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4, will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have ripped up the women with child of Gilead, that they might enlarge their border. I will kindle a fire in the wall of Rabbah, and shall devour the palaces thereof, with shouting in the day of battle, with a tempest in the day of the whirlwind. And their king shall go into captivity, he and his princes together, saith the Lord. Joel 2. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, and all the inhabitants of the land to tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, day of darkness and of gloominess, day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them desolate wilderness, yea, nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pained, all faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men, shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. Heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark. The stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, For his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. The day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? Therefore also now, saith the Lord, turn ye even to me with all your heart, and with fasting, and with weeping, and with mourning, and rend your heart, not your garments, and turn unto the Lord your God, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth if he will return and repent, and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto the Lord your God? Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children, and those that suck the breasts. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, the bride out of her closet. The priests, the ministers of the Lord, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, Spare thy people, O Lord, and give not thine heritage to reproach, that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, Where is their God? Then will the Lord be jealous for his land, and pity his people. Yea, the Lord will answer and say unto his people, Behold, I will send you corn, and wine, and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith. And I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen, but I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hid part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savour shall come up, because he hath done great things. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice. The Lord will do great things. Not afraid, ye beasts of the field. The pastures of the wilderness do spring. The tree beareth her fruit. The fig tree and the vine do yield their strength. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he hath given you the former rain moderately. And he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. Ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dealt wondrously with you. My people shall never be ashamed. Ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. It shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Joel 3. Behold, in those days and in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather all nations, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. They have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem, have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, make up the mighty men, and all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. The heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, the press is full, vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. The day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. The Lord will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. So shall ye know that I am the Lord your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. It shall come to pass in that day, the mountains shall drop down new wine, the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters. A fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Of Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. The Lord dwelleth in Zion.
Hey, this one about to be good. For those who don't know, this lawyer right here, if you are following what's going on in Cincinnati with Ryan Hinton and Rodney Hinton, this lawyer is Rodney Hinton's lawyer. He is also representing Rodney Hinton in that case. And he is about to cook. Let's keep going.
I got it on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Rose.
Case number D25-0011 Tyler Vernon. He's been made with 3 counts of assault, 2 counts of aggravated riot, and 3 counts of felony assault. Have you received a copy of your indictment?
She had to plead not guilty. They want to go first as bond.
Fair arrest would keep the same bonds, my understanding. Ms. Vernon's bond is $200,000 with the propose that. I'm not asking to raise the bond, even though there have been additional charges again. I'll say this for every defendant. The grand jury added 2 counts of felonious assault, 2 counts of misdemeanor assault against Ms. Vernon. When she went through she only had 1 such count of each, as well as an aggravated riot. I think that the bond is appropriate for her involvement here. And with that, we ask you to keep the same bond.
The officer didn't mark bond preference policy here today. Is there a bond preference?
Keep it the same, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bennett, Judge Tracy, the bond is not appropriate. The bond is unconstitutional, inconsistent with the law, specifically Ohio Revised Code 2937.011. There was a bond reform, and the legislators came up with factors and came up with laws to determine what is an appropriate bond. That is what's blatantly absent in these matters, is the law. The catalyst for bonds in this case is race and politics, not the law. You concentrate on the law, there's no way this woman should have a $200,000 bond. for what she's charged with and what they claim she did. The law says that the court should release the defendant on the least restrictive conditions, and the financial condition should be least costly. That's what the legislators have said. So you look at factors to determine what is the appropriate financial bond and what would be the appropriate conditions. The nature and the circumstances of the crime charge. She's charged with felonious assault, and she's charged with aggravated rioting. She's charged with felonious assault under the umbrella of complicity, and aggravated rioting because they claim that she participated with others with the intent to commit a felony. When in fact, the nature and the circumstances of this case, a blind man can see it. Everybody in this city knows. If you remove race and you remove politics, this is a fist fight and a brawl that was fueled by alcohol consumption, and that was initiated by some that you elected victims. So this is a typical fist fight case that you have in Cincinnati time and time again. This case is being treated differently and inappropriately because of race and people trying to acquire and obtain political gain for the selfish reasons. It's aggravated rioting, that's the charge. It's felonious assault. They don't claim that she committed felonious assault individually. They claim that she's one of she's combined with other individuals to be complicit or to go out and commit crimes with others to assault this young lady that was unfortunately knocked unconscious. That's not the case. If you look at the video, she didn't do that. It's not a planned, contemplative crime. It was a reactionary fight by some drunken individuals. What is the weight of the evidence against this defendant, Ms. Vernon? Nothing indicating that she participated with others or intended to commit a felony or act of violence. Again, it's a non-contemplative, spontaneous fight that unexpectedly broke out. There's no need to mind for complicity. It happened. Out of the blue, it happened randomly. Aggravated rioting is the January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol. That's a riot. When you get together, you assemble, and you plan to commit a crime. That's not what happened down on 4th Street, Judge. So the weight of the evidence and the nature of the circumstances against this defendant for aggravated rioting is weak. And felonious assault, again, there's no complicity here. It's weak, and they don't claim that she individually committed felonious assault. She individually committed assault, but because she's allegedly with these other individuals, there's complicity. It's not there, Judge. The other factors is strong family ties. She lives with her mother. She's thankfully employed. She has limited financial resources, good character, no criminal record, no act of violence. She's in good mental condition. She can focus on any conditions that the court will order and comply with them. The length of residence in the community, strong ties to Cincinnati, has only lived here her entire life here in Hamilton County. What is her criminal record? Record of convictions? None. None whatsoever. What is her record with respect to appearing in court? She has no criminal record, but she also has no cases or warrant of failure to appear history. Then she wasn't on parole, wasn't on probation, not under the auspices of the government in any way when this crime allegedly happened. So why is her bond $200,000? Why is it $200,000? Because of race and politics, but race and politics has no it should not be considered in a court of law. That's the imperative of judicial integrity. It's unconstitutional to consider race. It's strictly prohibited by the United States Constitution. It's studies by the Ohio Supreme Court have said the issue of race and racial disparity still exists in the state of Ohio, and this is an example of it. It's wrong, and I'm asking the court to make it right by giving a bond that does not consider race and does not consider politics, a bond that is consistent with the law, consistent with her history, and consistent with what she allegedly did. And I think that bond would be, echo the sentiments of Ms. Deardorff, because I've looked at the other felonious assault cases and the aggravated rioting cases, and a bond, typically for a young lady like this, is an R bond with a stay-away order. And that's what I'm asking for. Yes, sir. Several points, Your Honor.
And he just cooked him. He just cooked him, right? They're trying to book them on aggravated rioting. But they would have had to already come together and plan that they were going to start a riot. That was not the plan. That's what it ended up to being. And I see someone in the comment asking, why did she join? She joined because she knew the man in the red shirt. And if you fully watch the video, you will see that Holly jumped into the man with the red shirt's face and started pushing on him. That is when she came in and threw one punch and backed up. She threw one punch and backed up. And then that's when the other man decided to hit Holly in the face. He did not conclude with the other man. He did not go talk to the other man at first. She joined because the person in the red shirt, who she was associated with, she saw that Holly was putting her hands on him while other people were restraining him. And she reacted. That is why she intervened. For those who don't know and understand that. So let's keep going.
This is my case, and for Mr. Bennett to say to the public that this case is driven by race and by politics is clearly offensive. I've known Mr. Bennett for close to 30 years. He knows for a fact I don't have a racist bone in my body. I did his job for almost 20 years. We've had cases against each other, cases with each other. And for him to sit here in open court and say that this case is driven by race and politics is beyond the pale. He also misstates the characterization of the conduct his client is accused of. And he has not had the opportunity to review all the videos, as I've told the court I have. She is in direct physical contact with the victim on count 6 felonious assault and clearly on count 8 the felonious assault.
Count 6 is HR.
That's GN, Your Honor.
So, not HR?
HR is count 8. She's also directly involved with HR.
Okay.
She strikes both of them several times. And let me be clear, this particular defendant interjected herself. She was not part of the original fight. She was down there and retrieved several items of property from one of the co-defendant's vehicles that was parked out front. And when the actual assault broke out, she was on the perimeter. As the fight progressed, she interjected herself. These people had no contact with her. If she saw an opportunity, she jumped into the melee. She kicked. She stomped and had direct contact that caused concussions to these two particular victims. That are the facts. I'm not here to grandstand. I'm not here to state what I think this case is about. This case has nothing to do with race. This case has absolutely nothing to do with politics. I'm the most apolitical guy you'll find.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
The bond is appropriate, and I say keep it the same.
So the last thing I'll say is this. A lot of respect for you. That's not a personal indictment or accusation against you. Law enforcement, politicians. This case wouldn't be here but for race and politics. It's not an accusation against you. And I think everybody practicing law in this courtroom knows it. So I would ask that she have a bond that's based on the law and nothing else, based on what she's accused with. He gave a description of what he believes she did based on his observation of the videos, which we have not seen. That's not before the court now. That's his opinion. It still doesn't change the nature and the circumstances of the crime. And what the legislature said, high bond if a weapon is involved. He didn't say a weapon was involved. And you still have her behaving in a manner that's consistent with misdemeanor assault by punching and kicking somebody, whether she did it on her own volition and it wasn't necessary. The claim is that she punched and she kicked someone. So a $200,000 bond for that alleged conduct is excessive and unconstitutional.
Larry bond will be set at $25,000 at 10%. With Angie,
Thank you.
I'll give her open hours for work to do what she needs to do. She is to stay away from downtown. You understand?
Thank you.
So,
He just got her bond lowered from $200,000 to $25,000 at 10%. That is $2,500 with added charges. They added and trumped up charges and got the bond lowered because the judge can understand what this is about. It is a fight, and that's what it was. You can call it whatever you want. It was a fight. It was a fight. It was an assault. That doesn't mean that anybody is justifying what took place. We are only stating facts. This is an assault, and if it wasn't politicianized, If it wasn't politicianized by the politics and the race aspect of it, these bonds would not be this high. At all. We see it happen every weekend. They hold them in a holding tank, let them get sober and kick them out. And let them come back to court. So, let's stop it, man. Hey, he did his thing. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause for doing his job. And pointing out the bias and the BS bullcrap that this prosecution team is doing.
She will be, if she tampers with her monitoring unit in Gateway, or is in the downtown area, outside of her hours in any way, according to EMD, the bond will be immediately revoked, and she will be held without bond until the trial. Thank you. For be clear.
Psalm 119. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies, and that seek him with the whole heart. They also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed, when I have respect unto all thy commandments. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart, and I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. I will keep thy statutes. O forsake me not utterly. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments